I know the Pi network community has seen the price dip. This isn't the story any of us wanted. But before panic takes over, let's step back and look at the full picture, straight from the numbers you need to know. Right now, Pi network global community stands at over 60 million pioneers. Out of those, 19 million took that extra step to verify their identity, and only verified pioneers could move onto the mainnet. That means today, over 12 million of us have wallets safely migrated onto the open network. The rest? Their Pi remains locked, at risk of being forfeited if they don't get verified soon. The mining app on Android alone has crossed 100 million installs, and Pi Network browser sits at more than 10 million installs. On iOS, the story is different. It is told by 12.8 thousand ratings for the mining app and 3.5 thousand for the browser, evidence that Apple users are just as committed, even if Apple doesn't share the raw download figures. But here's where most of the chatter misses the mark: the size of our stakes. Over 90% of migrated wallets hold 100 Pi or less, and within that, nearly 2/3 hold 1 Pi or less. In other words, most of us are still in the early innings. Our individual balance is small, but our collective power enormous. Then you've got 6.2% holding between 100 and 500 Pi, 2% between 500 and 1,000, 1.6% between 1,000 and 10,000, and a razor-thin 0.08% of wallets the true whales with more than 10,000 Pi each. Those figures tell two stories at once, one of grassroots strength and another of lurking vulnerability. When the price trembles, it's the small balances that define the network's resilience. If each of those 90% of wallets holds tight, the core stays strong. But every unverified, a countryfully 40 million of them today, represents Pi that could vanish if verification deadlines slip by. So, yes, the price fall stings. But it's also a wake-up call. Get verified, keep moving your Pi onto Mainnet, and hold steady. Our network's value isn't just in market charts. It's in the millions of pioneers who stand firm, even when the numbers shift. That's how we weather this storm and how we rebuild trust, one verified Pi at a time. Those small balances are the soul of this ecosystem. They're what make the network resilient. But still, about 40 million unverified accounts still await KYC, and their Pi hangs in limbo. A major concern I have is the silence and unexplainable delays from the Pi core team. Waiting for unverified balances to be verified might take months or even years to resolve. This will create a distrust among the Pi network community. Let's take a look at what happens if the core team drags its feet. According to Pi's own grace period policy, any Pi mined more than 6 months before migration by pioneers who miss the deadlines will not migrate. That unverified Pi won't just vanish, it'll go back into the ecosystem, available for others to mine. That means a reduced supply, which could positively impact the price for verified pioneers. That's the upside. But the downside? The longer the delay in calculating and migrating those balances, the more uncertainty we face. Confidence shakes. Some may dump their holdings out of fear, and larger holders could swoop in to scoop up more, concentrating Pi even further in a few hands. That kind of imbalance weakens the community's foundation. So while the grace period protects the network from ghost accounts and hoarded Pi, a sluggish response from the core team could create frustration, chaos, and more price dips. If you're still with me, go ahead and share this video with your circle. It helps more pioneers stay informed, stay calm, and stay focused. There's still time. If you haven't done your KYC, do it now. If you know someone still unsure, help them out. The faster we get those balances processed, the faster we can stabilize. The future of Pi doesn't just depend on the core team, it depends on how we, the verified community, hold the line. Let's put our voices together so that the core team can look into the challenges pioneers are still facing: the inability to apply for KYC or get KYC approved, the unverified balances that is withheld because someone else has not applied or completed KYC. Are pioneers to be punished for this? Lack of migrations to the open mainnet. Although many did not believe when I reported that the Pi network is not yet in full decentralized mainnet. But let's move on. It's another topic for another day. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell icon if you want more content like this. No hype, just the facts that matter. This is basic knowledge. Till my next video, keep mining.